Bad guys were bad, good guys were good. A little cocky. Hi everybody, my name is Chastiny and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. Take a seat, sit up front, tell me your name, tell me your life story. I'm ready to be your friend. Let's go. If you're a returning member of the family, what's up? How the kids? How's the husband? How's the wife? Aunties, uncles? Pray for me because God only knows about right now. I'm probably panicking over a test. Tell me it's okay. Tell me don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. Just study and sleep. Tell me that. On today's episode of As I Read, I'll be reading Private The Royals by James Patterson, co-written by Rees Jones. Private is the most elite detective agency in the world. But when kidnappers threaten to execute a royal family member in front of the Queen, Jack Morgan and his team have just 24 hours to stop them, or heads will roll. Literally. The snootiness of this man is like, I do suppose you caught them eventually. Better late than never, I suppose. I'm surprised men even notice when women are or are not wearing makeup. I don't think men notice when women aren't wearing makeup. Then again, he is a private investigator. He is trained to notice when things are out of the norm, right? Right. You know what? This is interesting. A man that notices his own ego. Okay. Oh, snap. Okay, so yeah, I should have read that little part first, but I didn't see it. Oh, he's gonna show us how he knows. I bet you it's like an ear that's cut off or something. Well, in my mind, we already got one suspect. Okay, so I'm starting to be able to hear a little bit of a British accent. Okay, let me tell you something. I want to be as dramatic as Miss Wilkinson. I want to be dramatic as she is. Oh my gosh. Oh, what? That is direct? You gotta be direct. Get your money. Ooh, we got some military time going on there. That tells me that this kidnapper is a military man. Because what civilian says 1,100 hours? None. Yeah, that's one more tick to it being who I think it is, even though I don't even know them yet. He didn't even tell him where to give the money. He just said how much and by what time. But where you gonna put it? What if I have it and I just don't got nowhere to put it? Where am I supposed to put it? He thinks it's the same person I think it is. Hey, can I be a private investigator? Glad in investigations. The devil's in the details. Oh, for a minute I was about to say, I know that's a product placement, East Ender, but they're not talking about the East Ender that I know. I used to watch that show. East Ender was a show. I don't think they're talking about the show, so it's not a product placement, but it was almost. How did she get that record though if she was already in the car? I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay, so the sentence is, I'm afraid the bodyguard's brown bread. But what does that mean? Brown bread? Bread could be brown without being spoiled. Have you eaten the brown bread at like Cheesecake Factory? That brown bread is awesome. I don't understand this. Anyone in London right now that can help me understand that little lingo. Because I don't get it. Why brown bread? Oh, snap. Subclavian artery. I know what that is. I had to learn to spell that stupid word for bio. Let me tell you something. Okay, I don't care what people say. Your education will come to use in your life. Look how that's helping me right now. Subclavian artery. Oh my God, this guy, he is the worst. Little snooty biatch. Can I say I am loving the language in here? Like downright dirty cursing. I like that. Because I curse a lot. So. But not on this channel. Because I need a job later on in life. You know what? Now I have two suspects. I have two. Yeah, I have two suspects because he is a pissy little thing. It's not going to be who you think it is. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because there was the guy and a chaperone. There was supposed to be a chaperone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Time out. Where did that come from? What? Yo, this is a grown-up book. Little kids do not read this book. They're gonna read it anyway now that I said it. Whoa. That's grown. That's some grown folk talk right there. Honey? What? Is this what men think? What? No. No. Oh. I got a third suspect. I don't know. What? Whoa. That escalated quickly. But why? Well, now I don't have a third suspect. I have... Nope, just still two. But why? Ah! How do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know that? Oh. How do you know that? How? There's so many twists and turns going on right now. I can't even handle it. So, okay, I thought it was the two guys. But I'm really starting to think it's not the two guys. But I still think the original guy. And now there's another one. But we don't know who it is. Okay. I don't know. Ow. Oh, man. On the face, though? Like, for real? The face? Not my mug. Why would you do that? That's like the stupidest one to get. I'm mad. That's stupid. What good are you? You just look intimidating, but really, you run out of steam just like that. I didn't think it was that funny. That was not a funny moment. Was that flirting? That can't be flirting. That would be unprofessional. It's like I keep thinking about the prologue and I'm like, something doesn't make sense. I'm not sure what it is, but something's not. Like the motive. If you read the prologue and you're like halfway through this book, the prologue sets the motive, but the motive don't make sense just yet. But there's a character named Hooligan in here, and he's like the lab tech. And I don't know why, but whenever I think of like lab techs, I think of Rupert Grant. And I feel like he would make a great Hooligan. So, just throwing that out there. I feel like he's sassy enough to play Hooligan, the lab tech, just a little bit. I'm really enjoying this. This is a pleasant departure from all of the R.L. Stein's books I've been reading. Not that I don't like R.L. Stein, but this is a good... I like more grown-up stories. That's just who I am. I've grown in my years of reading. Honey, that would have knocked me out. Cold out. Sleep. It's mind-boggling how people won't call the police when something like this is happening. They'll just record it. Bitch, call the police. Oh yeah, blame the filming on the younger bystanders. Sure. Yeah. See, she thinks there's something wrong too. Something's just not right. I said that. Now she's saying like there's something just not right, and I think I know what it is. But of course I can't tell y'all because I highly encourage, I'm not even done yet. I highly encourage you guys, get this book and read it. It's driving me crazy. But there's something wrong, and I don't know what it is. I knew I wasn't crazy. Oh, I knew it. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I wasn't crazy. No, I can't. Come on. Oh, no. Okay. Jack asked Cook to what else they thought, and she didn't come over with anything. So I was like, what do I think? And I was like, I figured it out. But it's who I suspected from the very beginning, like step one. Oh, the second person I was thinking of comes back into play. It's definitely the second person. It's not the first one I'm thinking of. It's definitely the second guy. I think I know. I knew it. Oh, I knew it. I knew it from the very beginning. I don't know how I knew it, but it seemed suspicious. I knew it from the very beginning. I was right this whole time. Something about that prologue was like, it ain't right. It don't fit. The motive isn't right. Dang! Do I have to be called a yank bastard though? Like, really? Are we gonna go there? Are we really gonna play this right now? Cause who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? I'm like, it has nothing to do with the book, but he screamed flesh wound, and I immediately was like, 'tis only a flesh wound. I can still beat you. Ha ha ha. This was actually pretty good. It was a great change in pace that I had from reading like all the R.L. Stine books and all the lovey-dovey books I've been reading. I knew who it was from chapter 1. I'm very suspicious of people who are introduced to me in a certain way. I had 2 people who I was like, yeah, this is who it is. I was right. The way they came to the conclusion and the way I came to the conclusion was different. Only because we had very different information. I had a prologue to go off of. They did not. So the prologue showed a motive that they just didn't have until the very end. The life that they introduced me to, the life between the military and the civilians, then there's that middle layer and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, yeah, these are the people who have not fully converted back into civvy life for the most part. I like the characters. They were very well thought out. And, you know, you don't get to... It's a short book. It's a quick adventure. So you're not going to get too deep into it. But you get deep enough where you kind of care. So, yeah, I like Hooligan, who was the nerdy tech guy, the lab guy. So he was doing, like, the swabs and stuff like that. I like Hooligan. I feel like Hooligan, even though I don't remember how they really described him, I just know, like, I could see Rupert Grant playing Hooligan. Because I just feel like that's him. He's super smart, he's super techy, and he's sassy. And I feel like that would fit Rupert very well. Everybody was pretty much referred to by their last name. So there was Morgan, Knight, a perspective named Cook, who's a female. She tags along for the ride. For her, it's kind of like a test to see how she would work in the investigation kind of lifestyle. Like, most of the time we followed Morgan, but we jumped really between the perspectives of Morgan and Knight. Morgan, he was okay, but I'm kind of used to women being flirty with me and wanting to go out with me, and I was like, okay, look, cocky mofo. Knight, and he's like a single dad, and I'm like, that made me want to root for him. Like, I was like, okay, you gotta stay alive, homie. We need you alive to go to your kids. Cook was just there, you know. She did do some good investigating. She did use her skills that she did have. But mostly, I felt like she was just a glorified driver. First, he was like, oh yeah, she's attractive. She wants to talk to me. No, she just wants a job offer. That's it. Throughout it, I was like, is this supposed to be a flirting moment? The whole time, she has been professional to the T. Like, I didn't think she was interested in him at all until that last part. And I'm like, what? Where did that come from? Spoiler alert. By the end of the book, she's all like, yeah, so how did I do? And I was like, the only reason I know it was like a little flirty thing is because she's like, her nail is touching the back of his neck. And I'm like, so what? I didn't like it like that. It didn't ruin the ending for me. It was a really good, well-rounded story. But that last little cherry on top, I was like, ew. And then there was so much violence. It was delightful. And it wasn't like ripping guts open violence like I've been reading in R.L. Stine. It was like hit in the face. There's been plenty of times in the book where I'm just like, oh, my nose, no, oh my leg, my ankle, my arms, it's a classic whodunit. I like the bad guy. The bad guy was a good bad guy. In fact, yeah, I like that. This was overall a really good book. It was a cute book to read. I enjoyed it. I'm probably going to read it again one day. I wish there was like a counter in here, like on top of the chapters or something like that. Like the chapters were just chapters 1, 2, 24, blah, blah, blah. I kind of wish they were like a count, like a time instead of chapters. The countdown, because at times I wondered what time it was and how much time they had left. Oh yeah, the cursing in this book was phenomenal. I enjoyed it. This had like all sorts of hard F's and Emma. I don't think there was Emma Effers in there, but they dropped the F bomb quite a lot. And there as many R's as in here, it probably would have been an F. F. As many F words in here, it probably would have been a rated R, if I'm honest. You know, the F word can convey so much. It's just one word, but it conveys so much. And I appreciate it. Alright, you guys, that's it. That's all I got for you today. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I know I say that a lot, but I truly mean it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share if you must. I will not hate you for doing that. Do you have any book recommendations for me? I would love to get some new books on my reading list. So what did you think of this video? What do you think of the book? Did my reactions make you want to read the book? Do you have any questions, comments, concerns? Please put them in the comments down below. Thank you for joining me for another episode of As I Read, where today I read Private, The Royals, written by James Patterson, co-written by Rees Jones. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Stay standing. Okay.